As a future educator, how can you create a positive and inclusive school environment that fosters both academic success and emotional well-being for all students? So, as a future educator, I can create a positive and inclusive school environment by making sure all students feel respected, valued, and safe. This means treating everyone fairly, celebrating their differences, and encouraging kindness among classmates. I will make lessons fun and meaningful, adapt my teaching to different learning styles, and support those who need extra help. I'll also build strong relationships with my students, listen to their concerns, and encourage open communication. So by showing empathy and leading by example, I can create a I can create a classroom where students can thrive both academically and emotionally. So next question, as a future educator, how do you incorporate cultural sensitivity and diversity into child-friendly learning practices? So, for me, as a future educator, I can include cultural sensitivity and diversity in child-friendly learning by respecting and celebrating each child's unique background, and I will use stories, examples, and activities from different cultures to make lessons relatable and interesting. I'll also encourage students to share their traditions and experiences, helping them learn from each other. I will also use inclusive language, avoid stereotypes, and make sure every child feels represented in the classroom. And by creating a welcoming space for all, I can teach students to appreciate and respect diversity with enjoying learning together. Next question, since you've discussed the school environment, how will you apply these these in your future duties and responsibilities as a student teacher and future educator? So for me, as a student and as a future educator, I will apply this by creating a classroom where every student feels safe, respected, and motivated to learn. And also, I will use teaching strategies that include everyone, respect different cultures, and adapt lessons to meet my students' needs. And I'll encourage kindness and teamwork among students and make learning fun and meaningful. So, by being a good role model and listening to my students, I can help them grow academically and emotionally, preparing them for a better future. So, next question, how can technology be used to support student-centered learning? Can you give example? Can you give example situations? So, technology supports student-centered learning by giving students tools to explore, create, and collaborate based on their interest and pace. So, for example, students can use apps like Kahoot for interactive quizzes or Google Docs to work on group projects in real time. So, educational platform like Khan Academy provide personalized lessons, while tools like Canva allow students to design creative projects. So, a student might research a topic online, create a slideshow to present it, or use video making apps to explain their learning in a fun way. So, these tools help students take charge of their learning while making it more engaging and meaningful. So now let's proceed to the next question or the last question. So which is in the attainment-based instruction, what strategies would you use if a student is not making progress despite providing them with sufficient time and support to understand the lesson? So for me, if a student is not making progress despite the sufficient time and support, I would first assess their specific challenges by observing their work, asking questions, and reviewing their learning methods. So I would then adapt my teaching strategy to suit their needs, such as breaking the lesson into smaller, simpler steps, using hands-on or visual aids, or connecting the topic to their interest to make it more relatable. And For me, in addition to what I've said earlier, I might also pair them with a peer for collaborative learning or provide additional one-on-one guidance. And lastly, I would communicate with the students to understand any personal struggles and involve parents or specialists if needed to ensure they receive the necessary support. So that's my opinion on the questions you have provided. So thank you.